Good evening, everyone. Hopefully you're having a good day today. So today, the markets closed before the long Labor Day weekend. And what unfolded before us wasn't just the numbers, but a lesson in emotional resilience. Disciplined strategy was really important today, as well as just having a relentless pursuit of the long-term vision. I feel like that's what most investors miss. And kind of a acceptance of what we're seeing is that stock indexes pulled back modestly, reflecting a lot of cautious sentiment ahead of the holiday. You see S&P 500 slipped about 0.6%, retreating from its recent all-time highs, and the Dow dropped about 0.2%, holding near firm to its record, but still on edge right now. So we were watching the markets. We had one trade going with Redwire, which we are still in right now. It's a space company, signed a $25 million contract recently. They're also partnered with Big Bear AI, and they're one of 13 contractors that are in a $2.6 billion space deal. Yet the markets, we saw them kind of betting on a 25 basis rate cut potentially or something like that. So we see, maybe some optimism, even though we see a lot of companies plunge today. Dell tumbled about 9%, so tech was down a little bit. You also saw on the flip side, there was a stock called Autodesk that surged about 7% to 11% and lifted with some strong earnings. Along with Affirm, the buy now, pay later stuff was doing well. That jumped about 13%. And then Alibaba soared about 12% on some robust results from their earnings. And then, of course, you got the defensive giants like Berkshire Hathaway still rising about, 1% on the day. And one that we've been following is United Health. They've had a massive sell-off, but they posted some modest gains as well. So today's broader view, while the S&P 500 has been up about 2% on the month, and it's had just consistent gains, nearly 9.8% so far this year. The snapshot right now is currently that we're at a high. We're seeing some pullbacks today, and usually what happens is you see companies schedule their orders to basically go out before and after, or before the market closes and after the market opens. And that's what we saw. And the institutions, a lot of people don't handle the uncertainty too well, but that's where the growth actually lies. Because the thing is, institutions instill that fear, but that's actually the moment when the market pullbacks and these setbacks happen are the opportunities to test the resolve, to sharpen some of the processes that we have, especially if it means you maybe got caught in something that now you got to refine that process. And success in investing isn't about necessarily certainty. It's just about pattern recognition and having plans and being able to execute those plans. So as long as we do that well, we're going to be in a good spot into the rest of 2025. We've had some good gains recently with quantum. I think I'm going to a quantum computing conference that's going to be this week with IBM and Microsoft and some others. I don't want to chase all-time highs with quantum. We got to be principled, but it's good to know really what's happening with that technology as they're becoming really in the same conversation as the GPU markets and potentially those fundamentals. They have some heavy lifting to do, but if we see quantum heat up, we can see a lot of momentum into the end of the year for quantum. And we've seen that take place last year from $1 a share for a lot of those companies up to $20, $25 a share. And so we're going to get some good information this next week. We're going to jump out there. I'm still in LA right now from Northern California. We're down here. And the idea is to still keep the momentum, have an action playbook for you guys, and know that in these times, reminder, just risk management is good, especially when we're at the all-time highs. Understanding the thesis on stocks. If the thesis hasn't changed, you see pullbacks, it's okay to hold those positions. But also spot areas of opportunity or desperation in the markets, because if you identify quality right now, there's going to be some companies that are surviving the AI boom that are going to get into robotics or be that next phase of AI growth that you can capitalize on. So distinguishing between the companies that are just hype and the companies that are bringing real world value, and also making sure the charts are lining up, that we see them down to their support level, that we see maybe good indicators from a technical perspective, but also the long-term vision, the financials look good. That's where the momentum really has to, that's where you build momentum in your investing. So last thing I would leave you guys with on this Friday, we're kind of ending the week out a little bit slower today. Remember, success that you have is your progress. So as long as you're making progress, you learn something from this week. One thing to know is that, you know, we're not looking for necessarily a huge win on each trade, but to win by winning the smaller trades and not losing money. And we're building wealth. We're not chasing noise. Every thoughtful decision moves us closer to your dream. So you've got this. Okay, let's continue to grow. Let's grow rich. Some people are like, they get nervous when things pull back, but financially and just from a wisdom perspective, discipline perspective, it's going to come down to your success, which is your progress. As long as you're getting better, that's where the growth happens. Now, when it comes to AI stocks, robotic stocks, quantum stocks, we're going to be definitely weaving some of those into more of the focus for this next month, especially with robotics, because we've seen a lot of investor interest in those sectors. So robotics will be a focus, data centers will be a focus. If you missed it, we did a top 5 data centers stock video up here. You can go click it, go take a look at it, as well as the top robotic stocks in that live video we did a few days ago. So make sure if you missed it, go have a look there. And for those of you guys that missed it, we revealed the machine. So the machine includes our daily live trading, the StockMate access. You get access to our AI analysis if you were looking to streamline your analysis and learn all of the ins and outs of investing. I'm really excited. Our team has been working tirelessly to get this thing out, and it is your key to learning how we can get the best analysis with our trades possible. And we're noticing that the best analysis is coming from some of the top AI models that we're discovering. And so right now, if you're just getting started and learning about AI, or you're already becoming advanced, let's just take a moment, go check out the machine right now. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised with how much progress we're making there. We just added OpenAI. We're adding Grok as well. We just got Grok added there, and an amazing team that I'm working with to make that vision come to life. And if you want to grab it, you can get an amazing deal that is only for a limited time. You get a full year access along with StockMate, our daily live trading sessions. It's in the first link down below to go have a look. And I'll see you guys there. Thanks so much for tuning in. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.